Hello everybody and welcome back. We are once again continuing our playthrough of Timberborn with the Iron Teeth in Beaver Canyon. Now, we left off last time. Things are going beautifully. We are building a little swimming pool area with a little offshoot from our water source. We have just expanded into this top area, where we will look to expand our logging industry. And we are, let's see if I can find a piece to highlight it. Hey, we are looking at our aqueduct. Here it is. This is the basic bones of it. We have, in essence, the catchment starting area, and we have a couple of the upright structures all set down. Whoa, there's a bit of a jump right there. Now, we are, on and off struggling a little bit with timber, but that's what we're going to be using this island for to solve. This is going to be a full timber island. So let's go ahead and let's, as always, start off a little bit slow. Get back into what we're doing. So we've got the sluices here, and they will be letting in good water only. We have marked a few things for destruction over here. We just need to get through a few more trees, be able to get to them. And this area is very slowly flooding. The water pressure from these two sources is pretty low. And so it will take a little while, but we will get there. I wonder if I can... Let's go ahead and demolish that, and potentially that. And potentially that. Now, we can't get to that one because that one's in the way. But should be able to get there eventually. And we have gone and turned this structure off from being constructed at the moment. We've gone and taken out a piece of the path. Of course, we have our lovely bridge over here. Now, we can go and shorten this path a tiny bit. For instance, we're currently at 57 up to this point because they have to go all the way around. So let's go and... Wait. Is that the right? It is. Let's go and shorten the path. There you go. When that's built, that will make that down to a... I don't know, a lot shorter. I mean, that's a 32, so there you go. That will drop by about 20. Which is a fair old distance when it comes to paths. So that will make that much, much more manageable. And of course, we have so many bots, it's ridiculous. We have 41 spare bots. I believe we've taken over everything. I do not believe there is a single beaver working in my industrial area. We do have 8 beavers. No, we have 8. We have 2 beavers still working over here, and we have 10 beavers in total. I think. Yes, here they are. Let's just go and get those guys replaced. And so over in District 2, there are 0 beavers working. So on that note, I'm going to go and send them all home. Let's go and migrate that population. And let's send all of those beavers home. So that then goes and leaves us with 76 beavers over here. Now, that number I think will drop off a tiny bit because we're down to 5 birthing chambers. I did get rid of another one, and I am going... move the last of those 2 as well. I'm also going to get rid of this hideous amount of scaffolding, which makes my beavers go and stand on a roof. Let's do this carefully. Okay, now we've blocked off their passage to the top route. So we're not going to get any stranded beavers on the roof. And then how else do we look? Okay, yes, we can get rid of a little bit more. Let's basically knock all of this back down. It was just so we could go and build our gargoyle design on the roof, so it is all unnecessary. And it does not look pretty. Okay, that is... Oh no, I think we can get rid of one more. Okay, that's actually what we need to get entrance to our houses. Like I said, yes, I think we'll drop down a little bit. Although, I'm actually going to keep my beaver numbers. So I'm going to rebuild the one that I destroyed. And we're going to keep these ones because, again, these are now going to be beavers of leisure. And I understand it is the Iron Teeth. And, you know, they are all about efficiency and work. But I'm going to still make it so there are some kits running around. You know, it's just how I'm going to play that one. And we are going to then look at getting beavers over here. Now, it does mean that... Oh, well, we need a little power area. I quite like the idea of having it... well, we could very much have it here, I should say. Not as much I like the idea. But it's actually too close to my living area. I don't want a big, ugly engine there. But we do need a big, ugly engine somewhere. And central is never a bad idea. So, I mean, is this my only gear storage? This as well, to be honest with you, I'm going to go and remove this now. Whilst we have low levels of logs. That will be path to there. And then let's go ahead and move some of the ulterior path. Go ahead and put it up onto 2-speed so things do start moving a little bit. Because, yeah, this will be our path. This line will be our fence line, which will go into the pools. And that will be that, I think. I mean, these could actually get connected around the back. I'm not entirely sure. But we'll leave the path there now for the minute, because we do actually need the path there for the minute. Let's have them continue to build that. Let us go and assign these a higher priority so I can go ahead and move these two. And like I said, I feel like I need to move a few things around a little bit. I don't know, I mean, it's a very efficient place to put it, but I don't know, just like I said, having the engine there, right next to our beautiful beaver neighborhood, just gets me inside a little bit, if I'm perfectly honest. Just gets me inside. So, the question is... where to put it? Where to put it? Now. Once I continue to deliberate over this, we're going to keep it on 2-speed. I don't lose too much what I'm doing. How are we doing? Half done, almost done. Well, you can just... Here, we are going to lose a bit behind. I will wait for this one to finish. And this one will disappear also. And then, yes, we'll go ahead and get these two built. Like I said, I am thinking of basically replacing this hauling post. Because the hauling post, I don't know. I just don't think the hauling post is quite so monstrous and ugly. And so I could always put the hauling post a little bit further up. I mean, that doesn't bother me. Oh, yes. I was also going to trim back my need. Oh, wow, we're out of kohlrabies. That's a bit surprising. I suppose, no, we do have a lot of beavers now over here. What we need to do, I'm going to go and pause very quickly whilst we sort this out. We do need some more storage. Be a nice large warehouse. We're going to go and face it back this way. You know what? I'm just going to go and grab a second one as well. Because what I wish to do is move the stairs round the back here. Oh, where's that going to be built? After the jump? Hey, you got put in the right place. That's good. Mark all this. As a secondary priority because we actually need to start moving across our algae rations. Because obviously all of our beavers are now over here, so all of the food needs to come with them. That's going to allow us to start moving our algae rations across. Because, yes, we are in fact out of kohlrabies, and we are in fact dipping down very slowly on blueberries as well. And then over here, how are we doing? We are... Alright, yes, they can't get onto this central island quite yet. What I'm going to do is... build that there. Bring the path a little bit further. That can now be reached. That might be able to be reached once we've demolished. We demolished that. We continue to see what is and is not available, so to say. Anyway, let's leave those guys going. Now that they've got a bit more to be done. Go ahead and be removed now. We have our full... You know, because where'd you put your children? Where'd you put your hatching area? You put it at the back. So it's defended by all the beavers, you know? Anything goes to happen, these beavers stand up and they will defend their young. Although they're iron teeth, so they probably won't, to be fair. But that's the idea. Right, so to that engine problem, because I want to get some. I do want to get some bots over here. I do want to get some bots over here. I think I'll build it down here. You can be for... coffee. I think I might just choose it for the next food type. Because we are going to get some more. I believe... Have we got mango fruits attempting to be on the go? We do. Let's start grabbing some mango fruits over here. Then... we want... charging stations. Along here. I don't know if I like having those gaps there. I suppose it's just how it goes, really, isn't it? But no, I don't like that. What we're actually going to do is we're going to move the engine up. I know I said I wanted to keep it away from Beaver Town, but we'll do that for now. We'll see how my sensibilities allow that in my brain, basically. And we'll go ahead and place all of those there. Put a nice bit of decoration in there. I'm thinking... is there any decoration that we don't really have? Aesthetics. Oh, a beaver statue. Don't have any beaver statues. Maybe even a bell. I mean, a bell doesn't give them any happiness points. Maybe that's what we need, so it rings the beginning and the end of the day, apparently. I haven't actually heard one do that, but apparently what it does. Yeah, I'm going to go and put a bell on the end there. And we've got plenty of planks. Our logs are looking okay. Okay, apparently none of it's out of range, so all that should be slowly getting built. And I am going to go and also call this a higher priority. Because once we get this built, we can start bringing bots over. And they can start to take over some of, for instance, the hauling jobs, the district center jobs. Basically pretty much everything. Pretty much everything. Because we do now have 42 bots that are not doing anything. Now, I am going to... build myself another builder's hut down here. Of course, then be powered by bots, so we can get some more builders when we're ready to go. You... Yep, you can now be deleted. Oh wow, it's just not even making it in. Seems mildly worrying, doesn't it? Come and demolish that. And demolish that. This is how weak it is, ladies and gentlemen. It doesn't even go past the halfway point. What we are going to do is a little bit of planning. Now, I need a lumberjack flag over here that can ideally get me most of the way into the corner. Whilst, you know, whilst also... Yeah, I mean, that's... I can do with that. That is pretty much most of the way out of the way. Let's have one there. That covers the whole bottom section. Or potentially one in here. That covers most of the top section, although we can do a little bit better than that. Roughly, where did this one go to again? Okay, that one last tree. I'll tuck you in there. And then let's go and... I'm going to say tuck him in here, because what I'm going to go and do is let's path all the way through the middle here, make a joining point. I need to go ahead and path all the way to there. I need to surround both source points with contamination barriers. Whoops, I don't need stairs. I need a path. Then we'll just shoot this right off to the middle. I'm also going to go and join that into there. This can come straight over to here. Path the whole thing up. Pause you. Mark you for demolition. Oh, wait, let's cancel that demolition. Yeah, mark you for demolition. Mark you for demolition. You three can all be marked for demolition when I can get there. You can actually be removed. Because what we need to do, we need to get a couple of sluices in. Go and mark that up, and then go and add those sluices by there. Then what I'm also going to do, to actually make sure water goes everywhere I need it to go, I'm going to go and build a dam in there, and I'm going to do the same on this side. I'm going to go and build a dam in there, which means I have to get a bit of structure going to it as well. If I built that there, that should allow me to gain access. Basically over the rubble. And then may as well get ourselves access to this as well. And once we have access to that, we are laughing. Yep, that will allow everything to keep moving forward. Go ahead and pause this. Let's go up to full speed now. I think we know what we're doing, as much as we ever know what we're doing anyway. Now, a forester. I need this guy to be about here. And he comes up to this corner tree. That gets him access to pretty much everything. So I'm thinking if I was to build myself a lovely platform and chuck my forester on top. Yep, he still has access to everything I need him to have access to. You can go there. Build ourselves a small little road there. We'll build ourselves small little road there. And of course we mark absolutely everything for the great oak tree. By that I truly mean absolutely everything. And then we mark everything the great cut. As we of course want it all to be harvested once it is fully grown as well. So I just have to... Right, we are going to need to block off the bad water source. So let's very quickly... Oh, this is actually a little bit annoying. No, we're gonna go here. Okay, I think that allows us to pretty much do what we need to do. And we need to irrigation barrier. Do need to put one where that tree is. That tree needs removing. That will happen once we go and get our next woodsman. And then we actually also need... just to mark off those ones to be safe as well. I may have done one too many. But I'd rather be... no, we've actually gone... I'd rather be safe than sorry, basically. And then... that stops all the irrigation up to this point. Of course, we do need... path there. Once we've destroyed this, we will be able to do a little bit more. Go and put that at priority, please, and I can build the road, and this guy can actually come and start chopping some of this down. Oh, no, sorry, that one needs to be priority, not the other one. Let's go and join up this road. Let's go and start knocking some of this down. Then we also want to demolish these two. We can't quite get to that one, actually, I don't think. No, not quite. We are unfortunately going to have to... although, no, wait, no, we can. We can, sorry. I do apologize. We can come around here. Get to that one. We can also demolish this one as well. We can't get to standing on either of those two things. This building isn't connected to any district bypass. Ah, of course, because we're waiting to finish this off. Fine. Have one here. He has not really got anything to chop. This guy's got a little bit. We can actually technically go and turn this guy on. He'll come down and do a little bit of chopping. And so we have surrounded this point. And I am just going to make sure by taking out 2 more of these and chucking down an irrigation barrier. Right, and then if we come do the same over this side, we need 2. Unmark some of our trees. Just clear myself a little bit so I can see what I'm doing. Right, so we will need 2. Go and mark off our irrigation barriers. Now, of course, we've got a few on this side, which we're going to need. Get to, but that's okay. We will need one there as well. We'll... couple there. We're going to go and move our path onto irrigation points. Now these points are not going to be reachable. Just so basically we can move this path and then put down a couple more irrigation barriers. Oh, this wonderful bot is clearing the area I need clearing. He's going to making it accessible for me to put down my irrigation points. Let's demolish that one bit of rubble. I think I might keep the rest, just as because they block off the water basically. That one's just sticking up, you know, it's kind of a bit of an eyesore. So yep, most of our irrigation barriers down. We've got one piece over here, a couple over the other side. Let's just go and move this path across there. Then we will get rid of a fair bit of these paths, for instance, once we've gone and built all this, and we know it's secure, basically. And it's all in. Oh, our dam is in. Well, hey, we are flooding back in this direction. Our dam is in here as well. Now, of course, it does mean it's going to take a little bit longer for the water to get back here. But it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. We will make it. Aha, you should be planting trees. Where are you? Where are you? More great oaks. Hey, there he is. Planting has begun. This is going to become a massive forested area. Be absolutely beautiful. And then over here, how are we doing? We're continuing to build our aqueduct. We are struggling for gears. We have 7 gears in our whole empire. Well, that's not worrying at all. We've only got... Oh, we've got 3 things making gears. Which is obviously using a lot of them. I mean, I know they go to my bot parts. I think they go to something else, but I can't remember. And so on that... Go and put in another gear workshop here. Go and call that #1 priority. Let's get some more gears being made. Not like I haven't got the bots to go ahead and do it. And over on this side, as a wild afterthought, let us start to create our coffee. Now, we are going to need a place for it to go. The original plan was to build a giant vat here, but like I said, that's now been replaced by bots. And so, we're in a very good position to move our gear storage. Now, this is potentially a little bit of overkill, but I'm going to go and build a storage here. I'm going to go and designate it for gears. And we're going to go from there. I mean, it is very much overkill. It is very much unrequired. And of course, our timber industry is struggling as well. But that is the whole point of this gigantic project. Let's go ahead and put the last of our irrigation barriers down. I mean, that looks surrounded by me. Obviously, we have to build... 1 there, basically. I think that's all we need, is just 1 on that point. That should stop. I think that should put us completely... Oh, no. Wait, of course, because the water comes through to here. So, oh yeah, we've got a couple there. We need to put a couple here. And I think that makes us completely safe from bad water, basically. Go ahead and... Need to mark this area up for oak trees. No, I believe that's... Yep, that's in the water. Let's not get ahead of myself. Hey, and this guy has started as well. This guy should be... I don't know why you're marked for a beaver and not a bot. Does occasionally do that, which is weird. We have everything set to work off bots. Go get yourself some charge, man. Wow, even when he's slow, I can't click on him. Yep, so this guy's generally just going to help by cutting what he can. He's not actually in the best position, to be honest. I think I might remove him and potentially just go and stick him in here. I'll make that an oak tree, because he should still be able to, yep, get the whole top area. But you can also get a lot more of the bottom areas as well. And so therefore he's going to be a lot more useful. Grab some more oak. Fill in the gaps. Beautiful gaps we are creating by chopping down more trees. Okay, everything is... I don't know, everything's just moving along really nicely. We have kind of started to build this structure. They've thought about it. They've touched on the idea. We are starting to build that structure. And so very soon, I will go ahead and put down the second part. Now, all of these are going to be waiting for gears as well, aren't they? Yes, we need a lot of gears to be made. Hopefully, I mean, yeah, well, we're up to 7 now. Hopefully with this down, it does start increasing. There's no reason... for the fact we do also have a bit of a log storage to affect it, because we have plenty of planks. Now, of course, our planks could start going down, but that's an entirely different point. course, there's excuse me. There's no point in rushing this to get rid of this, although of course I would very much like to get rid of that, because a large vat costs us gears as well. So we kind of have to turn that problem around before we can really move forward. Luckily, I don't think anything on this aqueduct costs us gears. So we'll have that going shortly. And of course, yes, I need to make a little escape route so we don't flood everything. Okay, so I think... Oh, hang on as well, which I've just remembered. I turned off... Oh, dear Lord. We are... Oh, no. Okay, no. Berries... Sorry, they're gone. Berries, we still have 1,000. We are not in danger. But we're going to start to move everything across. And so all of those algae rations are basically going to start filling up this warehouse, as well as refeeding our population. And of course, yeah, so once this area is up and running, our logging industry will back up and running. Now, we still might need another gear factory. I mean, this is a lovely 3x3 spot, which I loathe a little bit to go and take up with a gear-sized building. Oh, everyone's getting happy again. That is because our algae rations are now back over the other side. But it might just have to be where it goes. Oh, I don't know. I mean, our gears are slowly struggling, kind of, to go up. I mean, we'll have to see a little bit what it's like once we've got maybe some gears coming over. Although the point is, we don't really have enough gears for them to make it over. Constantly transferring water. Oh, there's a gear. A gear is going across. But it is just one in a very struggling industry. So, let me see what potentially is taking up some gears. I don't know if any of my industry actually takes gears. Oh, does this? No. Yes. Our scrap metal takes gears. So I'm actually going to go and pause that for a second. So that our gears can potentially ramp up a little bit, because we do produce enough to cover us, just not really to grow. And so, hang on. I know I'm going to want to get access to the underside of this when I build a power shaft, because I think I want it. There you go. I've got something right there that I think I can use. I want to see where I have access. Now I could... this all gets a little bit confusing. I could do access all the way from here. I'm basically trying to see if I can get rid of these stairs, because I can build another gear factory just up there. This looks like it's all blocked off, but basically, let's just double check. I can... leave. Get a set of stairs into there. That gets me onto this level, which I think is the level I'm going to want. Or at least it's the level I can use, if nothing else. I could, of course, always get access from the top as well. I can come down here. That is, I don't think, going to be the one I use. I think I'll use it coming out of this one. And we need to pop out one, and I want to aim for this, and then come up to whatever we end up building. I think that's where we're aiming with that. Which means I'm going to go ahead and remove these stairs. Do I want to remove that? Yes, because it's just kind of a bit of an eyesore in the way, really. Let's go and move this tiny bit of pathing as well. And so we want to... let's go and... now, this isn't the most efficient way to build it. Oh, whoops. But I do just, you know, I want to keep everything with access to the basement, basically. Oh, so in fact, hang on, I don't... Let's quickly actually go and remove you. Okay, we have access to the basement. So to say. Kind of. I don't know. This is actually on multiple levels. It's all a little bit confusing. But anyway, so then let's go and... Needs to go in there. And I need to build... What the... How'd I end up all the way up? I'm completely lost. Where am I? I'm all the way down here. That was a jump. Nice little stutter from the game. I completely lost myself. And I've also just realized I don't even need to build it this wide. Let's quickly stop them before they start. Here you go. You only need to come this wide. And let's go and throw in another gear workshop. Okay, and we're up here building this up. Our forest is starting to be planted. A lot of work for 2 foresters, but I think they'll be able to manage it once it's all up and running. And let's go ahead. Chuck down in the landscape. What have we got? We've got a drought coming. That's not a problem. So that will protect that area. This is all marked up. Stop soil irrigation and contamination, of course. I thought I was on Folktales for hours, and I was like, why is this area dry? So with that being the case, this area is in fact going to dry out. As you can see, also some of this area back here, which is fine. It simply means that this forest area is not going to be replanted, because it will not have access to water. And so we can get rid of this path, actually. I didn't need to build these, because we no longer need this path. At least I don't think we do. Let's keep it. Let's keep it at least until I'm past a bad tide, so that I can double check everything in fact works. And let's go and throw down 2 irrigation barriers. What are we going? Demolish that one. We're going to separate them. I'll be happy that I can keep demolishing things. Again, I don't know. It's a trust issue with me and beavers. They do manage to get themselves stuck everywhere. Even the mechanical versions. Okay, so that can be demolished. That can be demolished. That can be demolished because where he's standing is technically safe. He's just going to keep hammering away. Love it. That can be demolished, and I'm going to go for that. It can be demolished. Oh, see what I mean? See what I mean? Like they're pushing it, and then that last one can be demolished as well. Okay, our logs are looking healthier again. We have a gear. Ooh, we have this up and running. We have 3 of our stations up and running. We are kind of still struggling to get gears, but... So from District 1, so we have 46... I'm going to go and up that to always want 20 bots in District 1. So we now have 20 bots roaming around, and they are automatically now going to become my haulers and my district crossing workers. That's all 20 of them already in use. And that now means we have 23 working beavers. That's not bad. Something we are going to go and do is chuck myself down a builder's hut for District 1. We're just gonna, for ease for now, I'm gonna go and chuck it down here. So I am Going to mark that as bot workers, and so yes, we are going to up this to 24. This thing produces 400 power. These take 20 apiece. Yes, once they're up and built, I think that should be all good. A happiness level of 25. Let's also go and say this is a priority. And we will basically start to get some permanent builders on the go and hopefully start to knock out these projects. Now, our timber is recovering beautifully. We've obviously gone through a good harvesting period. So I'm going to reconnect that path and allow them to come up and continue to build the central reservoir. Now, something else I do go and need is, of course, our cap. It takes 300 gears, however, so I'm not going to go and place that yet because otherwise we will never recover our gears. Something I can go and do, however, is start build our overhangs. Let's come to our structures. Let's unlock our overhangs. Yes. I have a problem here. That is that this is in fact in the way. How much does a bridge cost me? Okay, just planks and logs. So we are going to have to delete that, and then we have a bunch of stranded and homeless beavers. What we are going to have to do is... Oh, wait, hang on. Yet we have to go to that bit of path as well. That's one too long. We need to go and build that, and that is 100% top priority. We can reconnect this area. Then that will allow us to continue to do what I was doing. I think I selected the wrong one by a long, long margin. Yes, I did, because... we want that. We want that to come that way. We will need a shorter one. Come back this way. And we need to figure out the building for the rest of the map. Now, let us continue. We're going to need a lot more levees. We want levees. Straight down the middle, except for, yep, too short. I haven't got to mess that up, but we are missing a levee by there. Levees all the way down the outside. Not up on there. Calm down. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That is what things are looking like. Now, this guy needs to keep chopping down those trees, but that's not a problem. That will happen. Then I need to see where I can go. I have a feeling I have to destroy this tree. Really don't want to. It's just a pain. I mean, to have to get down there is going to be ridiculously annoying, but I might have to because I don't think I can technically get above it. So, I mean, that being the case, and I've got this tree in the way as well, so I can't just come around here. It is an absolute pain. And for me to get down to it... Well, it's going to take some work, but let's be honest, we've got enough work to be going on for now. And then, we need to decide where we want platforms. Now, we want one on the end here. We want a full set going down the middle. And then we want, let me see, we're going to have missed 2 and 1 there, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and we can put another one there. Because that is the size of our water wheels. It will stick out by 2. So that will allow me to put things up there. So then 1, 2 for the first, 1, 2 for the second, and then there. 2, 3, 4, bang. 1, 2, 3, 4, bang. 1, 2, 3, 4, bang. Okay, and that will allow me to get all of that built. Then, let's actually give myself access to what I need to have access to. And I'm going to go ahead and remove those, because I'm actually going to build it one across. I'm going to wait for the stutter. Because then, of course, we need everything very much pathed. All the way to the left. All the way to the right. And all the way down here. That allows them to get access to build everything, I think. I mean, that gives them access to get into the rest of this tower. That gives them access to come this side and this side, because this tower is built. I mean, they can come around here and get these overhangs. So yeah, I think they have access to build everything we've just gone and put down. Now, of course, we do need a lot more gears. They are slowly growing. And I mean a lot more, because not only do we need a lot for the cap, we also need a lot for all of the water wheels we are going to be placing there too. And let's have a look over here. Oh, would you look at that? This is looking fantastic. I believe if I click on this, yes, this is fully built. Now we are in a drought, so it's hard to see. We also do need to put one last piece of impermeable floor down. Let's get this flooding. Waiting for materials. We do have materials. We are simply waiting for the builders to come and build them then. I don't think there's anything else left to be built. We can go ahead and turn this one off now and actually straight away demolish it, because there is absolutely nothing inside it. There you go. Yep, these guys are moving in. Ooh, did you hear that? Did you hear that, ladies and gentlemen? The end of the working day was just signaled by the bell. Absolutely love it. I've never heard that before. Okay, and so everything up here, let's have a quick look around. It is built. Yep, everything up there is built. That's fantastic. So what I'm going to do is remove this structure. Yes, and then we need to go and place some giant dynamite down. And so once that's built... And there's the start of the working day, folks. Oh my god, I love it. I absolutely love it. I love that bell. This is waiting on treated planks, you say. And obviously we don't have any treated plank storage over here. We do not. That is fine. That simply means that we go ahead and build some more storage here. We're going to go ahead and turn it... no, wait. I want to turn this one around as well before I go and build anything on top of it. Been a little bit of a tricky situation. I've got plenty of log storage down here. I'm going to go and turn that off. That should empty pretty quickly. Also, no, wait. Let's keep that on planks. Let's turn that off planks a second and turn it to logs. Again, that should be transported pretty quickly and emptied. Hang on, let's call this logs again. Just because I want them to stop emptying it, and I want them to empty this. Oh, there you go. No, never mind. That's now changed to logs. That can now be turned off, and they basically just have to move it downstairs. It's going to be a lot quicker. End of the working day. Oh, I absolutely love that bell. That bell is my favorite thing ever. Go ahead and remove that. And let's go do a lovely stack of 4. And right, we need 2. Stage 1, let's extend this. That will give access. Stage 2, we need access. Wait. One needs a bunch of 3s. We'll go ahead and build a set of stairs right there. There you go, there's access. I suppose I wasn't really going to do the effort turning them all around. They've got too much stuff in them, these ones. That's logs. This one can be treated planks because I know it's connected and I know it works, basically. So what have we got? We've got planks, logs, and metal blocks. That simply leaves us with scrap, dirt, and treated planks. Now, treated planks we've just gone and sorted. We've got a second for logs, put a second for planks, and a third for... I'm going to go ahead and say logs. Now, all I have to do is actually get them connected. Which... Can't get all required materials. We are shy on planks. We are shy on planks in the world. That is why we are very much struggling for planks. We are not struggling for treated logs. Treated planks. Let's go ahead and pause you two. We're not using them at the moment because we're not grabbing any scrap metal, which that is going down as well. But look at our planks just suddenly start shooting up. So we do need more plank industry, it would seem. I can definitely get one in next to this guy. That's an easy. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Let's zoom in a tiny bit so I can see what I'm doing. The lovely 3 stack doesn't quite make it. Then that weird bit of pathing can disappear on me. And then what I want to do for future expansion... I want to put those there. Oh, need to go up to a 3. Then let's put the single on the bottom. Chuck that in there. And then we need another industrial lumber mill. Path that out. And if you go ahead and make these 3 the priority, please, so I can actually go and get some more planks, because we're struggling. We are struggling. And then so what I'm going to go and do is I'm going to build a path then coming down here, and we can have a whole set of small buildings facing that way as well. What I'm also going to go and do is lower the priority of everything up here. Just because then I don't have to make the priority higher on everything elsewhere. Done. That just means that, they'll build. And what I'm going to go and do is actually set that as the priority for everything, including this. No reason to have some of it on a slightly different structure. That means I don't have to keep putting high priority on everything else I'm trying to build. Okay, and that will get that built. Over here, are we getting our access? We are, kind of. Of course, I still haven't figured out the access to the top. That'll work. It's not pretty. It's not pretty at all. But I will live with it. Those treated planks I thought would be easy. That's why I put that one 2 treated planks. Oh. Let's go and pause. We are clear for explosion. Here you go. Drought cycle ends. Drought cycle ends and everything else begins. Now we are going to... I'm assuming... Oh, it does cost me a lot of planks. So we'll hold off on that a second whilst our planks continue to go through their recovery. You just take logs. We have plenty of those. I don't know why you're stalling. Come on, let's get those in there. Of course, this area not quite online yet. And... Damn it. I missed. Point. So that has unfortunately stalled a lot. When it comes to continuing to build more or plant more trees. I think most of this could have been done by now, unfortunately. But I missed that small point. I'm filling some of these gaps. Have gone and been created. Okay, now that area above the trees above the path, sorry, can't be reached. I'm gonna take those off. Ah, that one single solitary tree can't be reached. What else have we got? Obviously, yes, these areas. Will unfortunately not be marked for planting anymore. There's a solid line there. Let's just go and remove it all a second and I can replant. It's just easier. I think you can get away with the partially watered areas. They should do just fine. And then, of course, yes, we'll have to... this little top area as a planting area, because, once again, there's unfortunately no... I think the rest are fine. Unfortunately, going to be no water getting through to there. And then over here... you can reach just about everything. Oh, there's a small gap. You get... there, you get to there. There's a small gap of 4 in the middle. Going off... here. Then you're good, except for these last 2. So I think everything that I've got set to be planted... is... no, not quite covered. Oh, but that can be easily solved. Go ahead and shorten this path. That might actually get me a little bit more up here as well. We'll have to see. Go and chuck that in there. Our planks are still struggling. Our scrap metal needs to be turned back on. Go ahead and unpause that. Our gears are also... they're not doing great. They're still kind of struggling as well. And what do we have? We have all of these up and running. All right, well, that's a help. Because that's not going to be taking away any planks for this side. This side is not taking away any planks at all. So that's good. And then, oh, what's the point? Yes, I mean, it's going to be slow. But our pool is going to eventually start to get some water. Now, I could replace this with a dam. But that will ruin this whole effect we've got going. Did you hear that? The bell signaling the end of the working day again? I do. I absolutely love it. To help increase the flow of water coming down here. But I don't know. We'll see how well it holds out. We'll see how well it holds out. I mean, because it's for a mix, you know, slightly for irrigation. Slightly for the swimming pools. So we'll see how we go. There you go. Look at that. Beautiful waterfall coming in. Water is spreading. Water is spreading. Now, yes, with all of that going, our planks are still very much struggling. Our gears, I think, will just about hold their own. We're also going to need to turn these back on in a little bit to... increase production. Now, the expansion down here. Now, this is unfortunately going to keep taking a lot of planks, which I don't really have to spare. But so let's do this in, I say in stages. I have to build these whole giant platforms, really, don't I? So unfortunately, I mean, stages is, but is not really too much of an option. It is going to keep taking all of my planks. As I said, let's at least go in stages. So that'll be the first one up and running. And then go and get the second one up and running. Yeah, and all of this taking more planks than I have right now, but well, I clearly need to increase. Oh, well, that's gone horribly wrong, hasn't it? I've gone and managed to build everything a step short. Do have triple platforms, etc. on the bottom. But you know what? No, let's go ahead. We should be alright. That's fine. That's... oh, wait, that can be... 3 and a 1. Well, yeah, I mean, that's the minimum we can get done, really. I'll take those off. Let's go and take those off. No, let's just go all the way back down to the bottom. Okay, and let's just start by assigning a 3 to everything. You know, that's what we need, basically. And so... okay, and then we can go ahead. I want to use as minimal platforms as possible. Not worried about all the access and making it look pretty at this point. Because it just needs... to be efficient so I can keep building and then get an increased plank industry on the go. Oh, now things are looking quite interesting up here. We are building what we can build, quite frankly. Because of course, not everything can be built down here. Oh wow, our log industry is once again struggling. Of course, that's not going to help when it comes to making planks. That could potentially be why we're struggling with planks anyway. Oh, there you go. We just got access. Another 100 just came in. That's fantastic. Won't argue with that. We have got a little bit. A couple over here we can grab. Unfortunately, this is down. This is pretty much down. Got a few over here as well, so we've got a little bit coming in. Just not too much at this point. So, yes, I mean, once this is all up and running and it's going, I mean, that will be fantastic. Our happiness is going up. Do you want to? I have no idea why. I don't know if it's just because that should be the happiness of this side, and that's now what everyone's pushing up for. Oh, coffee. That is why, ladies and gentlemen, we have coffee on the go. Everybody has access to it, apparently. Yeah, nothing else has really changed, to be honest. Mangrove fruits, I suppose. Maybe they've just come online. And so coffee being coffee. Now, we do have a lot of gears. I feel like it's going to, however, take a lot of planks. Yes, which I don't want to spend. Whilst we still struggle to turn around our industry. And I am... no, I'm not going to do it yet. I am going to put another thing there so I can get another forester. I might put another one right behind this guy so he has access to more of this as well. Because I think the size and quality of this forest can probably hold more than 3 foresters. Oh, and secondly, beautiful. So he has gone and gotten access to all of these areas he previously didn't have. Let's go ahead and fill back in these gaps. Because he has access to cut them. He now has access to plant them. And so let's go ahead and do that. Let's get as much of coverage with oaks as we possibly can. Done. Of course, this guy is still... he's probably run off to recharge somewhere, to be honest. Oh, no, he's up here. Wouldn't surprise me if he ran off to recharge, because I am asking a lot of these guys. But yes, as you can see, most of it's coming along really well. We are doing a nice bit of planting, and soon our log industry will start to recover. So we are... Our planks, they're trying. Our planks are trying to push forward and recover. I'm going to go ahead and unpause one of these, because we do need to keep our treated planks up as well, because we are now using them. Treated planks, gears, and you know, I may as well switch on it to efficient, because that's just simply adds a single dynamite and doubles the amount of scrap metal we get. So I mean, why wouldn't I? Let's go and fill up our scrap metal a little bit better. We have... How many explosive factories do we have? 1? I think we only have the 1, but we've got a good bit of cushion at the moment. 200 dynamite across both areas. Oh, that is struggling basically to get water anywhere, so I may just have to make this into a dam just so we actually get some water through. And like I said, that might unfortunately stop this wonderful cascading effect we have. But it might just have to be done. Oh no, something we do need to do is go ahead and build a dam in the end here. So when we do actually get it filled, it simply all doesn't just leave. That is definitely something that needs to get done. Of course, we are massively struggling with logs still. Got our forest is coming back up. Still got a bit of forestry here to cut down. Nothing's come up here yet by the looks of it, although our pines probably have at least once. That was probably a nice big boost that we managed to push through. And we've still got some forestry here as well. I've obviously not marked these for cutting. That is a very good point that I need to go and check for everywhere. Go mark those for cutting. We come back down here. Just double check. Everywhere is marked for cutting. Let's actually go and remove this area. But everywhere that I need to is marked. Fantastic. That's all marked. Let's come down here. Make sure, yep, that's all marked. That's all marked and that's all marked. Okay, so we will get a small influx of wood very quickly. Because we've got a dozen or so oak trees to chop down. That's going to help things along a little bit. There you go, our dam's built. Yeah, I mean, we're just very much using a lot of logs. Now, our planks are still struggling a little bit, even though we've gone and increased. That is because we're struggling on logs, it looks like. So that does not look like it's got anything... Yeah, I mean, these guys... yeah, so it doesn't actually look like it's got anything to do with the fact of our number of lumber mills. So once we actually sort out our log industry, I'm expecting our planks to, in fact, skyrocket. Because I think I've overbuilt. So we may even get rid of a couple of these. Now we are struggling. Yes, because some of these are in fact turned off as well. Because once again, we are struggling for logs. But what we are also going to go and do is, so coming off here, there will be a lot of water mills. Those water mills will need connecting. Now, that will, of course, come up from there, which will then come up from there. So now, of course, they don't have access to get to any of this because I don't want them to start building it. I just want to place it ready. So that needs to point upwards. And then, as I said, we will have a... Oh, well, no, they can reach it, apparently. Then we will have a massive power shaft coming up from there. Because that just simply takes more logs, which is not what I was looking to do. But that's okay. That's okay. And then we want to build this power shaft out of here. Now, that is at a certain level, which I then need to go and figure out. So, past this, have one of those. Let's basically go and get this placed down. There. Okay, so this is 2. That's all on a 3. That's on a 2. I believe that is height we need it to go to. We need to go one more square across. And that will then be where this starts. In a hole. A lot of vertical shafts, followed by a beautiful, beautiful connection. Now, if I've gone to measure this all out correctly, that should all join in fantastically. Have a look. Yep. Looking good. And of course, I just need to join it all up, which I will go and do. Just not quite yet. And of course, fill in the gaps, because, as I said, I don't actually want any of this to be built yet. They've built a little bit of it, which they had access to. That's okay. Okay. Still pretty much struggling on that logging industry. Struggling for power. Connected to a power generator. Oh, because this thing's turned off. And this thing is not, in fact, connected to the system. Interesting. I need to solve that. I need to very drastically solve that. Is that by any chance because... I mean, it shouldn't be. Yes, it simply... does not connect itself. Wow. That's interesting. That's something I didn't realize I'd gone and done. Okay. Because I did basically remove this here. So that I could go ahead and get things connected. Well, so the easiest way to go ahead and do this, I need... So let's have a look, shall we? Let's have a look. So, obviously, so this is one little chain, and all of this is gloriously connected. And so... how to connect this to the power? I can't believe I've gone and done that. I really can't. I've missed that, and then I've... go and... so remove those buildings. Where do we have potential connection points? I mean, nowhere really, because we're looking at this area here. We can connect it to everything else. Ooh, I boo-booed. I boo-booed badly. Yeah, I mean, alright, it does have power again now because this finally got a couple of logs fed to it. But bots out of energy is 17. Oh, yes, probably because none of this was just getting powered. Yikes. That was 4 bot charges down. Oh, wow. Cannon Force probably sneaking a couple more bot charges here and there as well, which isn't a problem, except for the fact that, yeah, I mean, I could just extend them across here and then even have them coming this way. Once again, it's a bit pointless if I don't have it all connected to power. Of course, our power industry is mildly failing due to lack of logs. Let us go and connect. Now, unfortunately, none of it's going to be easy. We've only got one output point, which is here, really. Because, yeah, these aren't... Oh, they are actually working at good efficiency. Hopefully all of them are. That's good. You need... I mean, I said I need to connect it to the Great Power Grid. I mean, it might be better not to have it connected to the Great Power Grid at the moment. At least then it powers everything it needs to. Well, I've gone and failed one of my own golden rules of expect more power expansion. Or I just failed to realize what I was doing. And, Boobard. I don't know what to do. I mean, delete the iron bot school. Yeah, what does it take to build? Probably logs. Yes, a fair few of them, unfortunately. So that's a bit of a waste of time when I don't have logs, and I'm also then, because of that, struggling for planks. Let's... Don't really want to. I really, really don't want to. How else can I go and connect this? I could. Let's go down and look at one level down. Yep, so we do have one level down. I could remove that. Remove that. Stick one of them in there. Stick one of them in there. If that building will transfer power, then I need to go one level down. And then just connect all of this up. That will connect it all to the Great Power Grid, which, don't get me wrong, is massively failing anyway. But I don't know. We'll see what happens. All of our trees are planted. We finally get some up in too many days. Oh, bad tide approaching. We'll see how all of this works now as well. See how well I've gone and done. The goal is for none of our trees to die. We shall find out. And how's our pool looking? Oh, it's looking a lot fuller. Getting somewhere. It's just, yes, it's very slow. I may have to replace that with dam, but like I said, I'm just so reluctant because I might ruin my lovely cascading waterfall, which is just so nice. You know? The only other option is to fill it up from the outside, which will be a monumental undertaking. Monumental. Because our bad tide, for instance, comes out here. I could always, you know, do the old cheese scenario and cap off the water source whenever it's under bad water. I mean, it's always a potential. And then other than that, I mean, yeah, all of this coming out of here. I mean, we could just block this off and that would stop the bad water coming in. This would start to clean up. Start to dry up as well, don't get me wrong, but it would start to clean up. Wouldn't have to do much, really. Just basically one levee there and one levee there. I'll block that off. It has a couple of other escape routes, I believe. We've got one here. There you go, we've got one up there. We've also got one down here. Yeah, that would block that off. I would just need to actually get access up there, which Again, I'm not going to push too hard. I need my logging industry to recover and ramp up. I mean, once this is up and running, I truly do not think we're going to have any problems whatsoever. Just getting this up and running. And of course, it's, you know, I'm using a lot of logs. So, you know, in fact, actually, I am going to knock off that construction. They still have access to a little bit. For instance, they will still finish these platforms from around here. We've got one more to go. There you go. They will still do a little bit of upbuilding as well. But I'm actually going to... If I remove that, then I think, yep, this is now out of range. That's going to stop them using most of our stuff. There you go. They've got a couple they can still build here. Not really a lot I can do about that. They can build these 4 levees here. We'll simply have to let them. But they will very much stop using our logs. And maybe we can actually recover. I should have turned that off a long, long time ago. I'm thinking this bugger was already pre-programmed. Because there you go. Yeah, everything's too far. Like I said, I'm sure he was just pre-programmed because he's low on energy. He's taken about 4 hours to make it there. So there you go. Bad tide in 1.7 days. And let us start. I mean, we unfortunately have to wait for our log industry to bounce back. So at least let's design a few things whilst we're waiting. Now, as I went and mentioned, we could... What have we got? We've got 2 sources of water here. We could very simply go and grab a couple of levees in here. Be a couple of levees in here as well. We need to remove that tiny tree. We would then have... You know what? I am actually just going to fill this up, just to get rid of that little bit of a waterfall, to be honest. We then need... Doing that. Remove those 2, although... Yeah, I think we'll be okay. What do we need? Is it a 3 or a 4? I think it's a 4. There's a 4. Let's a little bit better. We need sluices across there. We need 2 singular platforms in there, and then guys in there, and then what it would mean is permeable floor. Like I said, we do have a hole in the system. That's all right. These would goes above contamination 1%. And so all that would mean is that this would never give out bad water. Now, you know, it is a bit of a cheese, if I'm honest. But I mean, it's a perfectly viable idea. You know, we're using the tools we have available, and we are blocking off a source that could eventually give us bad water. And that will help to keep the map, the landscape, the map. I don't know, I was saying several things all at once. And so then I would want to mark you for demolishing. And so then what we'd have to do is, let's come back to building ourselves a path. We would need a set of stairs there. A path coming all the way down here. That should allow us to build those 2 levees by the glory of height, basically. We do, of course, need access to all of this, which... we'll take... No, wait. Don't need that one. Just need one in the right place. 2 sets of stairs. That would, in essence, give us access to most things that we needed access to. Mark that for demolition and call it top priority, so that they remove that first. And then, of course, here comes our bad water. Now, of course, we already have our bad water defenses. It all comes out of here. So we have no worries about that. Now, let's go and have a look at the other side, at our bad water. Do we have any... Doesn't look like we have any pollution creeping through, which is fantastic. Bad water defense works just as it should. Yep, everything looks like it's going along just fine. Fantastic. Oh, in fact, no, we will probably get some bad water seeping through here, won't we? Because we do need to... Let's actually just get rid of tension on this path. No. I want to get rid of the path. Thank you. Not everything else, you crazy bugger. And then... That will need to be built, because yes, I think we are about to start getting some contamination through here. I don't know if... Yeah, there you go. We can see it creeping underneath the buildings now. So that's a shame. See how fast they get built. See if they stop things. Where is he going? Oh, because I've gone and taken... Oh, that's a good point. Can they... Okay, yes, they can get to them at least. Our planks have turned around. Now, unfortunately, we are missing a few logs. Come on, someone come on, hammer this one and finish it off, please. Because that is already a help. Come on, let's keep building. Oh, 1 log short. Come on, guys. Can we... There you go. Well, we saved that tree. Can we save this tree? No, we didn't get around to saving that tree, unfortunately. I am also... I mean, they won't get planted quite yet, but let's go ahead and stick 2 more oak trees down there when we can. There you go. He's going to come and replace them already because the... bad water contamination is being pushed backwards. And unfortunately, it looks like that tree might be a lost cause, because it is, in fact, kind of sneaking through this way. That's fine. That's fine. We've mostly solved the problem and covered up that area. Now, I wonder if I can get rid of all of this path now, because... They will be able to build all of this. I mean, it will now come from this side, and it will go in that direction. They will have access to build all of that. I think I can. Yep, no resources coming back to me. Fill that gap with oak. And... yes, that is what we're going to get. This place is, yep, all perfectly fine. Oh, no. 1 tree got damaged. I'm going to potentially assume because of potentially that. I'm going to stick those 3 in there. And I reckon we might just have it. Question is, I assume we can reach all of them. I mean, we should be able to. We got a path just here. Okay, and multi-point. How far are we from a forestry explosion? We are a couple of days off. So before we even finish our bad tide, all of that should happen. Everything should look fantastic, to be honest with you. Oh, 1 more log for this. We ignored that one and went straight to this one. How dare you? There's going to be a slow beaver in here somewhere. There he is. He's bringing the last log for the other one. Brilliant. Okay, so that's locked. And surely that should start to reduce this influx of... We'll mark that for demolishing as well, but they... Oh yeah, they can reach it from here. Go and mark that for demolishing as well. Basically, watch. I don't know, I feel like I should have beaten back the contamination a little bit. There you go, that tree's now safe. That's fantastic. That should get replanted any second now. There he is. And... interesting. None of this actually got knocked backwards. But it's fine. I don't need that to be unirrigated. I just thought it would with these extra couple of barriers there. Stopping the bad water from, in essence, getting through this catchment. Suppose it kind of maybe goes through these, and I suppose it goes through this rubble here. We'll see. We'll see. But anyway, I am very excited. What are we up to? 94%. 30 days, so every day is 3%? No, that doesn't make sense. Went up by 3% every day. In 30 days, it would reach 90%. Yeah, no, so about 3% every day. We've got about 2 days left to go. And then all of this forest is going to start coming online. And hopefully, just hopefully, that can start to solve our logging problem. Now, beautiful. We do have a nice set of oak that's just come online over here. And we are starting to get a little bit over here. But no, once this explodes, I am truly hopeful that everything will start to turn around, ladies and gentlemen. And so let's continue to look over here. Let's turn the water back on. And then we're going to turn it back off, technically, because we're straight back into building mode. So we need a set of stairs down. Set of stairs up. Door platform. Once again, no, in fact, I think that's potentially a little bit wrong. I think I need 2 sets of stairs. Yep, that'll allow me to get up to here. And then I'm going to go for... Oh. Yeah, that'll work. I mean, I wouldn't say it's ideal, to be honest, because we're going to be going up to do a little bit of going back down, but it'll work. That set of stairs can actually disappear, as can this path, as can a lot of this path, actually. With that, now this bit we can potentially actually go and build. Have 3... 2... I mean, I suppose we are going to be using that path very shortly, aren't we? And 1. We actually have to go and build another one just by here, because we have to go around a corner. And stairs just aren't quite that useful. I'm not going to go and join a 20 path, but they'll get the first bit of it done. That's fine. And then once we path it all up, that will allow them to come all the way up here and start doing all of this. Of course, we very much don't want to be doing that now, because we're currently in a bad tide. And that means we would get a lot of contaminated beavers. We're going to go and plug all that in. And yeah, this basin will in essence start draining, I believe. I don't believe this overfloods when I've got this going. So this basin will simply start draining. And yeah, everything will look fantastic. Everything will look fantastic indeed. Got a lovely area over here that could be expanded to, which I may choose to do or not. And it's a fantastic area. We've got a couple of easy water sources. We got a double water source here. And of course, then this one comes down here as well. But, you know, a simple dam here helps us keep a little bit of a reservoir going. And then open this up, dam off the exits. That helps us keep another bit of a reservoir going. Absolutely beautiful, I reckon. And we can even do it so the water cascades all the way down here. We can expand this a little bit. And that's massive. That is a huge area. That is what that is. I see glorious things in our future. But for now, so we've got all this up and running, and this can technically now be a good part built. We will eventually run out of where we can reach because none of this is in fact pathed. Very purposefully so. But we'll get a little bit more of it built. It's not a problem. And more to the point, our what the crap happened? Oh dear lord, I hadn't set it correctly, and now we just have contamination ruining everything. Oh sod. Oh no. Oh no, our giant forest is now in danger. I mean, look at all of this that's just not going to make it. Dies in 14 days. Well, at least it shouldn't completely perish. But still. That's massive. That is absolutely massive. That is a huge mistake on my part. And now I'm buggered. It's the only way I can describe any of what's happening right now. Sod on a sod stick. Sod on a very big sod stick. Contamination 100% above us, but this is also quite well contaminated as well. I mean, these shouldn't die. Got a little bit that's going to die because of contamination, but that looks like it's actually being pushed backwards. Looks like we've got a spot where I can in fact go and chuck down another tree. Yes, okay, that was a big mistake, but the forest should in general come online, so our logging industry should be about to be saved. I think we're going to be okay. A lot of construction lacks materials. That is not in denial. I mean, our planks have turned around. Our treated planks are looking good. Our gears are also looking good. Like I said, I think things are turning around, and now with this, if our log industry turns around, everything will be good. Now, of course, we need to get through this bad side, and we need to clean this up. And the only thing we're basically going to be able to do is just keep slowly diluting it with fresh water so that the irrigation comes back. I mean, we still have 12 days. I'm hoping they don't die, because otherwise that is about 15... I mean, look at that, 75%. That's 20... I don't know, 21? No, I don't know. It's just not working out in my brain. 22 and a half days of growth. I mean, look at this, 83%. Oh, that's now watered, though. That's good. Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of days of growth wasted. Pretty much a whole cycle. I mean, even unfortunately having to had taken some of these out, it's hugely unfortunate. Some of these as well are now drying out. They could be drying out because of this, I'm not entirely sure. Or they could be drying out because this is in fact now very mildly polluted. Yes, that is a mod problem. Look at that. Yes, our logs are struggling to increase, but they are increasing. We'll keep them going, and we'll see how things do. Yes, we need this bad tide to be over. I can't believe I did that as a mistake. I can't believe the fundamentals, ladies and gentlemen, of checking things. There you go. Hey ho. This path be removed as well. No, don't build a path. Remove a path. Yes. And then also, why don't we... Now, we can't really continue to plan this structure a bit because we've got trees in the way. This is simply a random island. Now, one thing we will be doing is... I can start to plan some of it. That will go in there, and so then we'll be followed by levees. Although, in fact, no, I'm not going to go and build the levees, because I don't actually know if I need them from the beginning. I mean, we're definitely not going to be pouring bad water down here. So we'll leave it at that for now. I would like... potentially get some a water source over there somehow. There's not really a water source here, though, is the problem. So it would involve another mega colossal structure. So that could be a future project. But for now, let's come back to here. We want to... Okay, so we are on that platform by there. Let's simply go ahead and mark it. That one, I believe it was. How have we done? Gone too tall. Go. That would be us. Of course, it doesn't need to be 3 wide. It only needs to be 2 wide. So we will, in fact, need another levee on there as... Yes. Yeah, we'll go for another levee where that one is. And then we would need... Can't help it. It just... I know sometimes I don't care, but a lot of the time I do. Especially if I'm... Okay, that's as far as we need to come that way. Then... over this way, and... Then... More this way. Okay, I think that is that. Then I need to... that'll be marked for demolition. Along with all of those. What I want is... Now, it's going to have to be a 5x5 square, and it needs to be sat on the ground. Now, unfortunately, it doesn't end up quite even, and that does... Once again, it bothers me a little bit. It shouldn't do. It shouldn't do, so I could do... 4 6x6s, but again, then that doesn't have a central point. Let's go for 5x5. It needs to be centralized to this, and then we're gonna I want it right by there. And so up to that rocky... one past that rocky point. And so at which point... coming up from that rocky point from just behind it. Have one of those there. One of those there. Then, of course, once that rubble's removed, we'll have another straight through. And then we need to keep building things on top of that. Now let's go place down our levees. And then, of course, we also would need an impermeable floor. And so if that's the case with this grand 5x5 structure, which would come in by here, we need to go up to the tree, but not including it. So we can go and do that. And I think I will continue to use an overhang. Is an overhang of that much. 4. I believe is that grand magical number we've just gone and placed down. A few more. Levees. Go and remove the first 2 pieces of impermeable floor in case we build this. And then we don't want this obviously all overflowing into this top area. And so that would be that. Let's leave it at that for now. That is the beginning of the construction. And of course, there are other plans. There are always things on the go. Don't you all worry. There are stuff and things to be... Oh, I've paused it. Why did I pause it? How long have I been paused for without things moving? I must have accidentally hit the pause button. I do apologize, folks. That's going to stop things moving along. I mean, I guess I paused it a while ago. So, beautiful. This is now rehydrating. That's what I want to see. That is just a tree that's been missed, really. Oak. Go and plant a tree in there. Look at that. Yes, our forest is still pushing up. Our log industry is turning around. I am going to go and stick another forester in here. Oh, I like that. Took the logs from there and placed them into there. And so, yes, with that, I mean, our plank industry is exploding. Why aren't you guys... Oh, probably because we're struggling for power. I'm going to go ahead and pause one of them for now. Now, these guys... they're not connected to the grand scheme of things because I need to build a building to connect them to the grand scheme of things. Which... You guys do have enough power. Are there any other 3x3 buildings that I can potentially go and stick in there? Now, a grease factory. Oh, that's a... It does work. Not a 3x3 building, but it does work. What does that take? That takes extract and canola oil, which I have plenty of, and makes grease. So. Right, I know what I can do. Oh, we've, yep, jump. I can go and stick this in here, which does connect everything. I believe. Well, I mean, yeah, it connects me to... Connects me to those set of buildings. It does, in fact, connect me to the engine behind it. And it will connect me to the upright shaft, because then I can build some power stations, power charging stations by there, if I think I need them. Now... I'm actually going to go ahead and pause 2 of these for now. We've got a lot of them on the go. And I'll just keep an eye on my planks. If I think things aren't going well, I can unpause them. But yeah, look at me. My forestry industry is exploding right now. And so I'm also going to go and build another forester in here. So yes, our logging industry should... skyrocket. And on that, let's go and continue our giant giant structure, and oh, beautiful. All of this has been chopped down. And now the question is, can I do this with that tree in the way? Now, there's the giant question for you all. No, I cannot. Look at that, it does fit perfectly coming off the map. So no, I need to get rid of that one annoying sodding tree. And it's not going to be easy, folks, because it's just not going to be, quite frankly. I'm going to have to build that there. That path can just randomly placed there can disappear. Oh, that was my marker, wasn't it? That's what that was. I have to build that there. Oh, and even then that's not going to work because of the annoyance of the turning action of stairs, basically. Oh, do you know what I'm going to do? Let's move that a second. Let's remove these three. I am simply going to blow that up and then build a set of stairs coming down. However, I say I'm going to simply go and do that. I now need to repath this up, which I may have removed my ability to do. Because I don't think I can build paths on these. And that is 100% correct. I have removed my ability to do that. So... Well, I mean, I can eventually get there once I've built all this and I can put that down. No, I have to get access to these from this side. Sod. Sod on a sod stick. We go for a sod on a sod stick. Well, we're going to have to go ahead now and build myself a path down. It was not what I was looking forward to doing because I've gone and blocked all this off, basically. And so then... want a path coming up here and straight back to here. That will give me access to what I need to do. It's an annoyingly roundabout way of doing it. But, well, let's just say things will keep moving forward. My log industry is exploding, which is just fantastic. We have 5 loggers up here, all with lots and lots of trees to have access to. Our log industry up here, I haven't marked these for cutting, have I? That's why they're standing so pretty and so tall. I went and... oh, no, they're on a lower level. Well, that's fine then. They have escaped the... Let's go and mark them all for cutting, though, and let's get access to them. All of that area marked not only for cutting, but for replanting. Because you now have access to that whole lower level, as do you. Beautiful. Another small set of oak trees as well. Beautiful, beautiful oak trees to go and get access to. Now, I'm actually as well. Let's get this starting to be built. Okay, that is in fact all going to be connected once it's all connected, if that makes sense. We can start to build this up. There you go, look at them all go. As I said, we have lots of planks. Our logging industry is just coming along and surviving nicely. Maybe I've just gone and pushed it a little bit too hard. But we do now have 5 loggers up here just going crazy. And so we'll keep an eye on it. I mean, I can always probably build 1 or 2 more, to be honest. It's just got things going along that well. Potentially... oh, in fact, yeah, do you know what I very much need up here? Is some log storage. That will very much help. Do I want it this far up, or do I want it a little bit further back? I mean, well, we've got log storage here, which is not being filled up, quite frankly. You know what? Let's go ahead and do it. Let's build ourselves another log storage. That can be for logs. So what we're also going to go and do is build myself another hauler's post. I mean, we have 17 free and idle bots. And a little bit of a good old-fashioned jump there. We're going to go ahead and build this. You're an eyesore, my friend. You need to be removed. And then let's go ahead and we want 1, 2, and a 3. And let's grab a hauling post and build that just then. Why do we have 2 places that are claiming they don't have beavers? Nothing should be working off beavers. Oh, a grease factory. Fair enough, you win, because I haven't unlocked for you to be on bots. There you go. Now nothing's missing beavers. So we now have a grease factory on the go. That's going to take extract and canola oil and go ahead and start making grease. Now, I need somewhere to store my grease. I very much need somewhere to store my grease. What is this supposed to be? Grease! I have somewhere to store my grease. There you go. We could be getting super bots very soon. Because with grease, which is a little bit better than the control tower because it can technically keep them going everywhere. But we do have a control tower which covers most of our industry as well. Yeah, things should be going really well. Go and up you to 10 workers. We now have 5 bots spare in this side, and of course then we have 24 bots all working on this side. We have 24 beavers working on this side as well. And you look at that, ladies and gentlemen, we have 3 grease and growing. Question is, when I say the question is, can our canola oil keep up? It should be able to, because now we're actually going to have space and time for all of this keep producing canola oil, because we were definitely not producing, or we definitely didn't have enough of a demand when it came to our food factory using it. Now we are making grease. Well, we're also going to be using up more of our bad water as a permanent use now, because our extract is also now going to be used up. Fantastic. Look at that. So we have 0 grease again. It will of course keep getting used. When we manage to actually get some in here, we know that we're getting somewhere, because currently there's 100 bots over here needing their joints greased. Look at that. That is, whoa, that's huge. As is that. Woo. Both of those have now been filled up, which will make this a lot faster and easier. That is fantastic. We are up to 1,000. Wow, that's jumped up by I swear that was still just on 600. That's jumped up by 400 odd logs, unless I was just not paying attention. It was 800. But either way, our log industry is now exploding. Exactly what we want to see. And with that, we are going to go and build our swimming pools. Now, I of course completely understand that we do need to also make sure that this is 100% secure with water, which, yeah, we'll keep working on. We'll keep working on. And so how are we doing over here? Too far. Aha, we are missing a part of my path. We are not quite all connected. Now we are. If I click on this, we can get all the way up there to these stairs and to those stairs. Which, on that point then, those stairs will allow me to come down and I have a path. Those stairs will allow me to come up, and, oh, I'm actually assuming and hoping that once we have these stairs, we'll be able to reach. But let's just make sure. There you go. That should get them to everywhere in there. And, oh, we didn't quite finish our swimming pools before I went and chucked that bit of pathing down. But we will get our swimming pools soon, do you not worry. Right, now this is actually pointless. Let's clean up a little bit. These are both pointless. We'll build our path down there and then remove this path here. And then we want decoration. We want a lovely metal fence. You'll have the sound of that bell, which is going to simply go up there for now. This is also going to be fenced off now. And I've got no problem with this because it doesn't take too much. Part of this fence may be destroyed to potentially run some power lines. I'm not entirely sure, but we shall see. We are, while I say we're struggling with metal a bit, we're using a lot for construction. I think we will, in the long run, be okay. Our dynamite, planks, and gears are just about holding up. Need to keep an eye on those gears, make sure they're not, in fact, slowly decreasing. And how are we doing? Do we have... Nope, we are still not really getting any grease. That's not a surprise, really, because we have 100 bots waiting on said grease. Oh, would you look at that, ladies and gentlemen? We are making some wonderful progress. What I do need to put down, which I don't think I have yet, sort of my impermeable floor. Oh, what's going to happen? Good old stutter. There you go, our good old impermeable floor all the way to the end. Now, of course, again, missed a gap, couple of gaps. So I don't want to start throwing bad water randomly in different places. However, what we can go and do on that point is a bad water discharge. Now, struggling a little bit on metal. I understand that. And what we're going to do is priority, priority, priority. Oh, wow, these guys are... I'm going to let them finish on that side, quite frankly. Okay, that just seemed to ignore me a little bit. Yeah, we'll let them... We'll let them finish off those bits that they're doing. I mean, just go crazy, guys. Go crazy. And that should kind of start them focused on that, to be honest. Like I said, we do need more metal. I fully appreciate that. We have lots of scrap. That's not a problem. I also like the fact that we're actually getting close to our bot limit. And if I was... I suppose it would have to come off here, really. Which... Whoops, I don't need to pause. If it was to come off here, let's have a look how we could build this. I believe that's gone one higher. Nope. One lower. Fair enough. Sure, let's go back. We're getting a bit more happiness now due to our swimming pools. Now, of course, our happiness is also coming a little bit obsolete due to the fact that we are, in fact, removing all of our beavers from our workforce. But either way, we do have a large set of happy beavers. And so we may as well just continue to build this out now. I mean, why not? Let's basically finish up our construction project, which that was all horribly done wrong. Let's try that one again. I think we want... Yep, that's better. No, wait, I don't need that at all. Well, I might do. Let's go ahead and get rid of those two ones. And let's go and... Right, we need to... Just gonna build up the whole thing, basically. And then run the power shaft all the way through as well. Okay. That in essence gets me to there. You of course need to get all the rest of the way up here. And jumpity jump jump. Let's go and plug this in as well. And I believe that is, yep, a completed power shaft. All I have to do is actually get access to build it, which, for us to go ahead and do that, we are going to need to put us up a set of stairs from there. Then let's just do this efficiently. Let's not worry about how pretty it looks. And then that. Sorry, folks. I can't. I have to. I just can't. It's like a mildly built-in floor. And of course we need stairs. I'm not going to go and build this one because I guarantee a beaver will get stuck, because I am going to go and ignore this. Our logging industry is looking beautiful. Our gears are slowly going down. Our planking industry is still looking wonderful. Are we using a lot of gears to build things right now? I mean, I don't feel like we are. Some of these, admittedly, are. Yeah, of course we are. We are slamming gears into this thing, aren't we? 300 just disappeared. That makes sense. I can live with those numbers. Metal blocks, on the other hand, are very much struggling. And so what we're going to go and do is mark all of that at least as priority. I like how they decided to ignore the gears in that instruction. No, do the, sorry, the power shafts. The power shafts as well, please. Because once they've gone and built all of that, go ahead and stick another metal smelter on top, because we are not struggling for now 6 points. We've only actually got one smelter now, because I deleted one a long time ago. I should have replaced that, very much so. Yes, we do need another smelter right in there. And okay, we've got 7 bots free. And oh, it has all begun, and so I can go and can't actually be reached. Fair enough. We shall there's that up. And we have gone and blocked this off. Look at that. So this is going to take a very long time. Well, long-ish time, because this is a very large source of water. This will basically all slowly start drying up. Mostly. I mean, we've got a little bit of an influx of clean water here. And I suppose you could say we're coming down through here. So I suppose it won't really ever dry up, because as low as it goes. But it should clean up ever so slowly. And I mean extremely slowly. But this, in essence, it might actually lower the level of the stuff in it. We might start to get an influx from here. Because this should slowly evaporate, basically. I mean, it's very, very jagged, so evaporation rates should be quite high. Yeah. I don't know. We'll have to see how it goes. Now, of course, we have our swimming pools. Look at all our beavers doing our laps. Oh, we have a swimming pool. 2 swimming pools. There you go. This guy's just staring at them like, yeah, you go, guys. Yep, I'll get the next free lane. Yeah, 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 yeah. No, I'll get the next one. I'll get the next one. We have the maximum amount of coffee we can hold because we still don't actually have any coffee storage. Let's go ahead and swap that one round. The large tank, and the first thing we do with a large tank is stick coffee in it. Is going to go right there. That is going to be for our glorious, glorious coffee. And so we have a bad tide approaching. I feel like there hasn't been very long between bad tides this time, but that's fine. We are now properly set. That is good. Although, however, we do need to make sure none of our beavers come up here during said bad tide, because I don't think we're going to get this finished. We're not, because we don't have enough metal. Same with these structures just behind. Yes, we are going to struggle with that a little bit. So when there's I'd say a day left to go, I'll cut off the path. I'll stop them coming up here. And that should be that. Now, of course, we'll just keep them building until then. Yes, we are also short of metal. But I still like how this is nicely blocked off, and so this, I think, is actually decreasing. It's hard to tell. And I suppose if we... There's no drop downs, I don't think. I think this is all on the same level. But I think it's decreasing, I'm not sure. I feel like it is. I feel like this is cascading down a little bit more. We'll find out. I mean, that's going to stop with the bad tide, as will this. We will, however, get bad tide coming down here. Now, of course, I'm actually going to block this one off as well. Unfortunately, using the same slightly cheese method, but we're going to block it off from bad tide. We'll do that in a little bit, though. 2.1 days. Our logging industry is doing so well. I'm so proud of it. This is still slightly contaminated from the previous bout of bad tide. Now, of course, it should keep getting more and more clean water, and it should keep evaporating. So it's going to be a slow turnaround, but it will... Yeah, we're going to have you unclosed, because we're going to basically have this place start to clean up from the bad water. And I suppose I could probably swap these around as well, which would be quite an easy thing to do. What would we need? Oh, we would need a point where I can actually block it off. Now, we'd need a levee by here. I'm going to say permanently open. No, permanently open. Just because you're not going to be ready to be used quite yet. Sorry, that's not a levee. That is a sluice. We would need a levee on top. We need to build levees all the way around. Kind of. I mean, we're kind of gonna... Yeah, we'd need to replace all these with levees, but that's perfectly doable. Let's go and grab... of those. Now, I'm not going to go and place this just yet, but that would go there. And then, so yeah, so if I replaced all those irrigation barriers with... Then you're going to get bad water coming through on our bad water problem. Will still go through the soil. I could remove them, dynamite down, and then put levees in. That would solve my problem. That would, in essence, stop any ground. Although, I suppose it kind of might go under the levees. Alright, how could I do this? How could I do this? Lacking materials? Yeah, we are. That's fine. You're up and running. Okay, so our metal blocks have a bit more help, basically. But of course, we are using just a ridiculous number of them to, if I can find it. There he is. He's down there somewhere. To go ahead and get this built. So that's going to be a bit of a turnaround, but that's fine. None of this stuff is urgent that I'm currently placing down, but it's an interesting idea. Of course, because we can't, if I am correct, we cannot simply... No, that doesn't work. We do have to go one higher. Which means we do have to surround it. Which means that... I think I'm going to have to mark these three not for further planting. Will mean these also potentially get moved out one. That actually needs to be marked for not planting as well. All this top area basically all has to step out one. And this area, I think. Yeah, because all of this little area here all has to be blocked off. And this little area here all has to basically be blocked off. So yeah, but that's fine. There's no rush on that. That is what we have to then go and do. Contamination, you are now closed. Very well done. It's not looking too bad. It's mildly irradiated, but it's not looking too bad. And so, I think, go ahead and get rid of that one and that one, I think. I think that's where I'm going to have to build this one. Just because of the zigzag nature. Unless I could literally build it directly in front. But... covering it up and surrounding it would be a little bit annoying. Now I am going to... I think at least going to have to get rid of those. I mean, if I was to... Let's see how this would potentially look. If I was to put that there... Don't say you're going to be always open. And then I would say, for instance, get a very small... I'm not going to be able to do this, but get a very small thing and put that there. Then I would go and build a levee on top of this. I would have to build here, here, and here. Which would, in fact, mean, unfortunately, that we lose 3 more bits of planting. But that could, in essence, work. That could, in essence, work. Okay, yeah, so let's... So that's a potential plan for that one. That'll be those two sorted out as well. And... Oh, yeah, so potential plan for this one as well. That is fairly simple. I think. Call it 3 of those. Call it a few of those. Let's slow these guys down because I don't know if this is actually going to work. Yep, let's call it 2 of those. Yeah, this will work. They can carry on. Levy, and then it'll be impermeable floor. And these, I can't select them anymore. There you go. Close above a contamination level of 1%. However, just be automatically open for now. And then impermeable floor all the way across there. And we need access to all of this. So I'm going to go and build a very... very sexy bridge across the middle so they can go ahead and build everything. Like it. And now we'll have almost like an inspection bridge above our small hall. I've just gone and blocked off my current exit points for bad water. Let's go and calm ourselves down a little bit. And remove these 2. You. That has gone and caused a lovely bit of flooding, which will... good. Overflow and... not hold, ideally. My wonderful mistake. I'm going to go and remove that. Ah, they all die so quick. That has not really made a difference in the water evaporating. That was probably a mistake, because now I'm going to have a lot of trouble rebuilding that. Too far away from any district. Now I have to go and build a lovely, lovely scale. Don't play with things during a bad tide, folks. It never ends well. Okay, so we have a plan for that one as well. That needs to be done when we're not. Yeah, that should all be dropping back off now. Go and replant all of those. Some of our pine trees, which you use resin for, terrible. And unfortunately, a lot of our oak trees, which probably lost a lot of days worth of growth right there. Which is more of a pain in the ass than anything else. Although, luckily our logging industry is, thanks to this lovely new giant forest, is just going fantastically. Now we have lots of coffee storage. No, we don't. We don't have lots of coffee storage quite yet. We still do have some spare coffee though, so it's holding out. We are gonna get giant... it takes metal blocks. That would be why. Our swimming pool's up and going. Luckily, and once again, I've been very not paying attention. Luckily, we have not had the materials for the beavers to come up here and continue construction. So we don't actually have any sick beavers. Because I did not turn it off when the bad tide came. Or more importantly, a day before the bad tide came, which as I was supposed to. So we are, in fact, reflooding this area with bad tide. Oh, which we're doing anyway, because that's where it comes out. So that's fine. So we are, in fact, filling it back up again, which is a bit of a shame. But we will look to see how well this area can dry out. Yeah, I mean, it definitely... I say definitely. Yeah, I think it definitely dropped down. This actually looks... No, this is just a fast-running area. I think it definitely dropped down in the terms of the amount of water that was in there. How are we doing on this cap? 32 metal blocks left to go. And of course, these guys are working 24/7 to attempt to get those built for us. We do only have 2 of them on the go. Too far from a district. Really? That is simply because we purposely missed out the last set of stairs because we don't trust beavers. And on that, we'll build the top set of stairs as well. And that should give them access to everything they need to get access to. And that will, in essence, be the power shaft fully built. I mean, obviously, we'll be able to check it because this will start rotating, being powered by everything down here. Or at least... Good. Good. He was apparently in the stairs and managed to escape when it got finished. How much is the doggy in the window? Logs and planks, which we have plenty of. Let's go ahead and... Drop down the first of these. I'm also going to go and say... Okay, it won't let me... You? Down my impermeable floor. Now, I was going to block this off and just start drying this out in the meantime, but I can actually get some power connected. So I'm going to go ahead and do that instead. We can as well. Let's go... And start placing all of these that we can currently place. And it all continue. Of course, none of this will really get built because it just simply takes metal, which I unfortunately don't have. This, however, at some point, get a piece of metal thrown at it, and these giant and beautiful water wheels will then get built. Oh, more to the point, so we are not connected. This is not even rotating. Why are we not connected? What have I gone and messed up? Oh, we have a gap. Now the question is can I still reach this gap? No, I cannot. Fantastic. Why not? It is just kind of hidden underneath there, really. Let's go ahead and sprinkle this back down. I'm sure I should have some pathing underneath all of this somewhere. So I'm sure that'll give me availability to get down there. Right, so that should then actually eventually get connected. As you can see right now, we're just building water wheels that not only don't have any source of power to go through them, but also just aren't connected to the power grid. What a waste that would be. We continue to slowly creep up the amount of metal we have. 8 more required. We will get there, folks. We will get there. It's slowly creeping up. And then we will start to get a bit more of a stockpile and start to get everything coming back into here. Now, there you go. That is, in fact, going to start to clean this out a lot faster. Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Now, the question would be, though, is if I came over here and started doing things, I feel like I need a really good source of power from somewhere. Now, we can, of course, keep using bad water points and kind of doing what I'm doing, but there's not really... Well, there's one here. But that's already planned to come this way and bring power into here, because I will need power for my entertainment of my beavers. But there is that. Other than that, it would just be a lot of engines. Now, we have a huge forest area, I can always go and keep. I think would do very nicely. I mean, I wouldn't even have to keep all of it, to be honest. You know, I could probably trim off some of this, but... Or, in fact, yeah, trim off the main area here. I could probably keep all of this forest area, and it would just look fantastic. And it would just provide me with so many logs that I could probably power a few things by engines. I don't think I'd need a huge amount of... We are built, and we are closed. Now this place, I assume, is just still discharging from what it has in it, because this place is no longer providing bad water to anything in this river. So everything seems to be going fantastically in terms of, well, now it does, in terms of what I've already got pre-built. Because I can tell you now, I made a few mistakes. I missed a few steps. But it is, it's going brilliantly. Our metal is, well, let's be honest, it's going to keep struggling to go up because we have so many buildings requiring metal. And of course, I imagine the problem is as well is that, well, currently it's not getting any power. Why aren't you getting any power? We are producing enough power. Okay, now you're getting power. That was a bit odd. We are on the edge of producing enough power. That was very strange. Bot was obviously just not here yet. But we are now producing lots and lots and lots of power. And with great power, hopefully comes a great industry. But no, we are still struggling a little bit. We're just about getting... it doesn't want to tell me how my bots are doing. One just unfortunately went and dropped off. Condition 2? And I suppose that's... really condition 1 or condition 2 is best we can get. Aha! We are now connected here. And means we are now connected here. We are now connected here. So... we go ahead and manage to get these impermeable floors built. They'll be connected everywhere. Which would, of course, mean that we then start filling this back up. But it also means we start getting more power, so... it's worth it, I'd say. And then let's go ahead, and I'm going to go and build an even further... smelter's factory next door once again. Now they have access to the underneath. They are using it brilliantly. And so let's go and grab ourselves another smelter. 6 bots currently free. We have 131 altogether. Yep, let's basically try and up our metal production. I do love... see, this is why I quite like the basement level, because not only can you run all your power shafts, you can also use it for getting to further construction. If you ever find yourself slightly blocked off. Like I kind of do right now. I don't know, that's going to be path, that's going to be built. That's going to keep going up. I mean, our food's looking good. We could maybe do some more mangroves. Who's gathering our mangroves? This guy over here, I believe. And we, of course, could plant a few more, but he can't quite get to a few more. Oh, we can plant a couple. Let's go and plant the few that we can. There's no reason why not to. I have 3 more in there, basically. Our lovely forest over here, still doing fantastic, still growing. Oh, and we've gone and gotten these as well. Let's just make sure they're both simply set to be open for now. Yes. You will, however, close below a contamination level of... Above, sorry, a contamination of a level of 1%. As... will you. Oops. What, really? And so, we're still not going to go and finish these things off yet. We're still missing several parts. Down in here, yeah, once again, still missing several bits and bobs. Let's go and... build those. That can be done. That can be done whilst we're continuing to wait on metal. And there you go. Beautiful. We have... No, we don't. I thought we had another factory in there. Prioritize that, please. I don't actually need this bit here, but hey, I went and built it anyway. Look at this. It's all connected. We just... Oh, impermeable floors in. It's time to open this up. Let's have all of these water wheels adding to our power system. That is fantastic. They will not go off during a drought, unlike these ones, who I am now tempted... Oh, power, though, there's 1,000 between them. I am tempted now to get rid of. I think I'll wait maybe once I've built a few more of these. Let's see how our metal can keep going. I don't think it'll ever really recover whilst I'm building because, I mean, we have, what, 12 builders? Plus we have a district center taking it. I mean, plus we have some of the industry taking it. I mean, yeah, I don't think it's ever going to get around to recovering. Not whilst we're using it for building. And so... Oh! Almost built a bit of fence. I'm going to go mark the fence as low priority. Because it's really not the most important thing I have right now. And... yeah, there does need to be a pathing change here, basically. And I'm actually going to go and cut off this path now. Done. And I am going to go and open this back up. And they can continue building what they can continue building, basically. Open for now until we're all well and done. Like I said, yes, no, there's too many demands on our metal industry to really get much done. But at least, hey, look at this. We can start to... Or say start to, we can continue to keep putting these down. How are we doing over here? Everything is put down. That is, in fact, all built. Probably. Block this one off be honest. Oh, whoops! I don't know why I went 3 high there. That was a mistake. Bit of a mess around with resources, but it doesn't look pretty enough, so it has to disappear. And we can, in fact, and I'll keep that open just in case we do get to another bad tide before this is done. Yep, that in fact works out. I'm happy with that. Oh, you need... Big one. Along with... removable floors. And now I also know that, yes, I am putting further demand on my metal. Close above contamination 1%. They'll turn you to be the exact same thing once we are good to go. Because then technically it will hold. I can use my sluices. Have water coming out. Now one of them is going to technically be blocked, but the other one will come out and it'll all look fine. You won't even notice. You won't even notice the difference. Beautiful, beautiful power coming out from my water wheels. Oh. These built? Oh, they are built as well. Fantastic. Now, this is not quite yet built. You have to finish building all of these and then down these stairs. Not going to be a problem. Only take some logs, and logs is something we have plenty of. Yep, just... Unfortunately, it's a bit of a waiting game. Like I said, yeah, we do need a lot of metal. Having gone and kind of, you know, slightly destroyed our metal industry, or metal reserves by pumping everything into that. We've, want to change things around a little bit, shall we say. But we'll get there, folks. Don't worry, we will get there. I wonder if these will ever actually be chopped down, or whether I'm going to have to tell them to be destroyed. Ones that I have now marked to not be replanted. We shall see. We shall see indeed. Then, a further question is... how do I want to get over here to start building all of this? Really? I think I am going to have to mark these 2 for demolishing. Because I think... needs a path up this way. And so... let's go and... use a wonderful suspension bridge. Bring this back in my direction. Then may as well. Okay, so now I can keep that as it is. Well, there you go. It's actually going to be just that simple. Whoops, no. Try that again. Okay, I'm just going to go remove that a second. Because again, I don't trust my beavers not to get themselves stuck. And that will give us a path through here. And I have to probably mark that to be removed as well, just because it's kind of in the way a little bit. Then we're going to have to mark that. Wait, for demolition as well. Let's go and fuck in that next set of stairs so they can continue the building. Now that we're kind of a little bit past the point of them getting themselves stuck. Okay, and 5x5 structure goes in by there. And so that means we need to go one above the 5x5 structure, technically. So we will need there. There. A few more bits and bobs in the middle. Yeah, you're definitely not stuck anymore. Get back. Let's go and mark all of the demolition as priority. That should help the beavers not to get stuck. Famous last words. And that allows them to get up. That allows them to start destroying things. Yes. We're going to remove that for now. If I actually... Okay, now it's going to be marked for destruction. That's fine. Go ahead and knock these bits and bobs down. Be able to get through to get the rest of the destruction, etc. underway. Yes, we're going to remove that, so that shouldn't get in the way of them getting to things anymore. Okay, fantastic. And now we are going to require... Oh, no. No, we're not. We can use this little bit of an indate, and we're going to get access to pretty much all of this. Yes, we are. Fantastic. That will get these platforms starting to be built. Hey, and let's keep that all going, because of course, I'm not going to put down the platform, etc. Anything else that's going to take me any metal. We'll simply leave it at what they can get to and what they can build. Whilst our metal industry continues to go through a little bit of a tough time. Okay, that should be completely sealed off. So, close above a contamination level of 1%. Close above a contamination level of 1%. So yes, you are now... Ah, no, wait, that doesn't work. I can't have you... Yes, you have to be auto-closed. Otherwise, yes, we do just go and do that. Okay, units have gone and been blocked off. Okay, I can see all the way down because I've gone and done that. That's good. That keeps overflowing. What I can do, which... A little bit annoying because I've now gone and stuck this bridge in the way. No, I can in fact go ahead and do that. Yes, and then let's move that, because what I'm going to do, I'm going to replace it with a dam. This in fact is going to become a 4-way system. Struggling a little bit with these, that's fine because we've got an open patch. That should now go ahead and reopen, and there you go. A 4-way system. Bad water should be under control. Everything is as it should be. Let's go ahead and remove that. Go and pick up the goods. I'll get rid of these ones as well, and then this random path coming down here. That should, in essence, have all of this land open to me. Because all of these, well, they might not last a drought, to be honest with you, because they're kind of thin channels. But, could do quite well. Oh, let's get rid of that one as well. And how are we looking? Oh, 3 metal. That's a record high at this point, I think. We are going to make sure we need skip out 2 bits of impermeable force still above the basin, because otherwise we're going to push this. We're going to start flooding this area with bad water, which is the last thing I want. Oh. Go and blow that up. Go and put a set of stairs going down, and let's go and remove this sodding tree, which is in my way. Done. That will actually allow me to finish putting down the rest of my structure. Which... start with these levees by here. Highest priority, please. Someone come remove this from the map. Wow, that's a lot of effort to remove it. Thank you. And let's go and remove these stairs. Then we need to go and build one of those. 2 more platforms will then be covered in levees. Go ahead and extend the paths coming down here. And 1, 2, 1, 2, dump. 1, 2, 1, 2, dump. And then 1, 2. Yep, we won't get another one in the end. That needs to come up to there. And then our power shaft. Oh. Will be just in there like that. And the last one, wrong side piece. Neatly finish it all off. Hang on, here's a point. Go and correct all of these. Let's make it neat and tidy. You just want some 3-way joins here. Done. Let's keep it all neat and tidy. You know, I should be quite proud of this structure by the end, and I would like to be able to feel that pride, having built a structure well. Let's go ahead and keep pushing things down. Of course, we're still struggling for metal. All of our demands. Logs and planks. Logs and planks are just doing ridiculously well. Why can we not place you then? Oh, because we've got a walkway bridge in the way. That's fine. That's understandable. At least something hasn't gone horribly wrong. So we'll build 2 more for now. That's a good increase to our power output. And everything's going well. Yep, dynamite's still up. Repeated planks are still up. Gears are, they're kind of fluctuating, but they're generally on an up and up. This is wonderfully done. We now have a 4-way waterfall, tiny reservoir thing going on. Yeah, I mean this. So this is set to open. Yep, on a low downstream depth. That floods everything, so that's fine. Now, I'm not going to do that with this one. Because, I mean, that just floods this little area. I'm not too worried about that. Yeah, everything looks good, and a bad water should be under control. Oh, one metal block. Ooh, one metal block. Oh, we are, in fact, however, continuing our construction very nicely up here. We have 3 sluices built. Our levees around the back are finished. We almost have this sluice built, and then we are just waiting on a fair bit more metal. I mean, if they're all blank, that's 6, 12, 24, plus 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 plus 12, 36 metal blocks, 37 metal blocks in total. We'll get there. And then, of course, our metal fence, which very much comes last. And, of course, then we will move everything over to here as well. Construction is going very well. Very well indeed. Not quite finished. Someone needs to come along and hit it with a hammer a few times. Yep, the structure and the idea is coming down. Now, once I've got this, I can get all the way to the end because I don't need any further uprights, at least not for this part. And so, let's just finish our design, shall we? If I was to go and place this, now I'm not going to go and place it quite yet, but if I was to go and place this here, we go, well, 1 stage past here for a block of 5. So I am just going to kind of 3, 4, 5. We kind of end up doing this with the square. Minus this annoying ass. I think I have to get rid of. Go and make that a possibility. That will be removed in the long run. And so then, I want to, of course, keep things going as they should with our lovely long overhangs. And I can get to there. Let's go and I think I did there. Let's go and mark that with a dot. Double check. Yes. That is where we can reach. But obviously then, so that's going to be the second level. Now, of course, we only need a runoff of 2, or in essence for this, a runoff of 4. What we need is to raise this by, and let me think. No, we have to raise it up to this top level. So that's down 1, down 2, down 3. That should be as high as we need it to go. No, we're in fact 1 shy. Let's go and try that again. And so if we go and place... Nope, this one. Yep, that looks just right. And so, let's build up our next structure. We're going to be going to the left. There. Okay, no, I need to go and double check something bad not about to happen when it comes to bad tide. That will be our first pillar of our next aqueduct. Now, bad tide. Oh, potentially. Depends what we can get done with this. I do have to keep an eye on that one. Nothing over here should change. These aren't finished. They'll keep doing what they normally do. Yeah, it kind of depends on what gets done here. We're missing 7 metal. 6 metal. You have 2.5 days. He's just going to come to build by the looks of it. He's not bringing anything with him. Okay, so we are 6 metal down from being finished. 5 metal. There's a chance. There's a fair chance we could go ahead and pull this off. At which point, you will need to simply be turned on to auto. Alright, so we'll come back to keep an eye on that. Let's continue doing what we're doing, really. Then, now, the big question is, for me, how far back do I need to be... get off the map? So that goes to there, and that goes 1 short. Okay. That's good to know. So we, in essence... I believe that's where we just were. Let's double check. Yes, but, as I said, that will put us 1 shy. So what we're going to do... we're going to build simply a slightly thicker... upright. I'm going to build it 3 wide and then just have a set of scaffolding in the middle, which we will patch over with impermeable floor. Okay, let's go and we'll go from the highest point, which I think needs a double. Oh, no. I'm thinking a single, in fact. How are we on that bad tide? 1.7 days. Then let's... oh, wait. No, I have gone too far back. What am I doing? That doesn't need to be there. So no, the path I'm on is, in fact, the highest point. And I think that could just be perfect. Yes, it is. Very nice indeed. Right, so that will go there. And let's see. Oh, wow, there's a really big deep down by there. Go and keep leveling all of this off. Okay, we've kind of got a tree in the way, which is going to be a ridiculously difficult thing to remove. Oh, an amazingly difficult thing to get out of the way. So we have a couple of options. We can move this all in one, but I think that's going to look ugly as sin. We can put the extra thing on the end, in fact, which I think I'm going to go and do. So let's simply get rid of you, and then simply have to do that. And then so what this will mean is down here. Simply have to do this for the edge of the map. And then this should also then... Wait for the little jump. Go. That will be our aqueduct off the map, and that will be more bad water going where it needs to go. Now, okay, whoa, I just paused it, and then it auto-saved at the same time. That freaked me out a little bit. We have not managed to get any more metal up here. In that case, we are going to have to go through another set of bad tide. What are we waiting for? Ah, yes, right, metal blocks. Looks like we're going to get one of the 5 down, but unfortunately we didn't manage to get enough metal across. Not a surprise. A little bit disappointing, but not a surprise. Just to round this off, because I have to, I'm going to go and put another blueberry bush in there. I don't need it, but it needs to go there. You have full coffee beans. You just have nowhere to send the coffee. So we may extend our coffee area and just square it off. And by may, I mean I'm going to go and do that right now. Because I need to. And so... Oh, these got the extra water wheels up and running. Okay, I am... Got 2,000 to spare. These provide me with about 1,000. And it's a great amount. But I think I'm going to get rid of them now. Or possibly repurpose them for something else. I'll think on that. We are doing... Oh, look at this. It is... done. Done. Once I go and... put down these 2 pieces of impermeable floor, it's finished. Well, I'll be, ladies and gentlemen. That will be that. Our bad water source from in here will no longer from this day forth pollute the map. Well, I'll be, ladies and gentlemen. We've done it. All that's left is to plug in the rest of our power wheels, which, as they only take wood and planks, sorry, logs and planks, there is no reason why not to do them. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more water wheels, ladies and gentlemen. All already going to be powered in and plugged in. Okay, and then, yeah, then we'll be able to change a few things. Then we'll be able to change and move a few things around. That would be absolutely fantastic. We will have a permanent power source not polluting the map right here. Just starting to look fantastic. Okay, we're kind of struggling trying to get a little bit of extra metal in the door. We are... We're not putting any metal blocks over this side. Why? Oh, why? I didn't turn you on, did I? No, I did not. Ay. That's twice in the single episode. In fact, that's about 4 times, I think, in this episode. I have gone and messed up when it comes to these little details. Well, this is working just fine. That is now blocked off. This is not quite finished, but still working as it should. But on that note of ay, ladies and gentlemen, I think we're going to go and leave it there. We have somewhat managed to start to take some of this stuff down. Somewhat. And I think he's fine, actually. I think he can be replanted. Maybe. I have to actually see it in practice. And then, of course, we have over here where... Yep, they've all, in fact, been... moved out. So after this bad tide... Well, we may as well... leave. Go ahead and plug it all in. Now let's basically... I think that's what I'll need. That one will... Yeah, it'll end up looking like that, so I can get rid of all of the ones in the middle, I think. I can already go and put a levee here. That'll stop the water coming up and over. And I need to put a small thing here. That means that one's going to have to be removed, but I don't think that'll be a problem. I don't think that's going to be a problem. And on this side, I mean, yeah, we've got a few more trees we need to cut down. Which it doesn't look like we're going to get to. Ah, of course, but then it's not so much that we might need more woodcutters. It's probably the fact that we need more wood storage. Let's just go absolutely crazy. Wait. One too far. Logs. Logs. And logs. And then I'm also going to, on that point, go and give myself another lumberjack. Get these trimmed. We'll end up with so many logs we won't know what to do with them. And that'll be that. Right, so what are we currently building? Where are our builders? They're not coming up here, although they might be now by the looks of it. Oh, of course, they're building all of these. How silly of me. They are finishing off our lovely power plant. Look at it go. 7,000 power. What we need. Absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Yes, we're still struggling a little bit for metal, but that's because we're just using so much of it. Once we stop building so much with it, we should start to get some back. Now, do I currently have a permanent 7,000? I could get rid of these. We're in a bad tide, so in fact I have a 7,000 without these. So I have a fair bit of extra from what I need now. I think I can go ahead and remove this. I'll probably go ahead and remove that as well. I'm going to go ahead and remove this. And this. And this. Then we have 5,800 over 4,600, and that is permanent because these are currently not powering anything. I am then going to chuck in 2 more smelters. I'm going to go and give those priority, please. And that should massively turn around our metal industry. I mean, we're starting to struggle to get some more going up because we have diverted a little bit what we're actually, our builders are doing, so we're not quite using it for construction at this point. But I think 2 more smelters should wonderfully turn things around. That'll be 5 smelters, ladies and gentlemen, just to keep our metal industry alive. That's all right. We have plenty of materials, plenty of gears, plenty of planks, plenty of everything, really. What are we? Grease is going up and down. And, oh, coffee, I think. Yes. Coffee is the other thing that we don't have in that district. It is, yes, of course, it's going down slowly because we don't have power coming into here. Do we in fact need to relocate? No, I think when that's going, when all of this is going, on most point, when this is built, I think we'll end up with so much more storage of coffee than we ever end up needing. It won't be a problem. And that should hopefully not take too much longer to get built because with an extra 2 smelters up and running, we should be fantastic. 1 more water wheel to go in, which will give us another 300 power. That'll put us up to a standard 6,500. We did get rid of 3 engines, which, hey, is fantastic. That's less of our logs. Not that we have a problem with them anymore being used. And we have the whole of this area ready to get built as well. And that is the bad tide over. I love how fast this flushes out. Let's go and... what connection point did I remove? Here. Let's go and put that back in. They can come ahead and finish building the last of our impermeable floors. How are we doing over here? Oh, we're doing we're doing amazingly nice, in fact. So what that leaves me to start doing is... let me see, how do I do this? Can we reach this? No, it's too far. How about if I was to send that to there? Can we then reach that? Yes. Can I prioritize that? Because the last thing I'm going to do for this stream, ladies and gentlemen, which I hope you have enjoyed immensely, is I'm going to finish planning down all of this. Look at that, 20 metal blocks. That's gone and turned our metal industry around. 7,500 power, of course. 1,000 of it is dependent on there not being a drought. And as soon as we chuck down these extra 3 storehouses, our loggers will go crazy. I'm going to go and say... wait. Get the logger down first. Let's go and prioritize that. Then, so have we removed that tree? That tree is no more. That means that we can put down the rest of our structure. Beautifully slides in there. All the way to the end. And then the good old impermeable floor. I'm confused. Why can't I cover the rest of this in impermeable floor? What's going on here? What am I missing? Why is this not impermeable floorable? Okay. It's not impermeable. I am so confused. I am so very confused. I mean, it's... I don't know. What's going on, folks? What is going on? And anyway, one of the things I wanted to do was give my guys access for everything they need access to. So to do that, of course, that should allow them to go completely left and right. Go and path this all together. And we'll put more of these in there. Path that across, of course, as well. That gives me access all the way to the top. That gives me access to keep building. And so the only other thing that needs doing is to get access to the uprights so they can in fact be built. Which, in fact, I can do better than that. Because of the way I've gone and done them. Maybe not. I was hoping I could branch off the bottom here, but that doesn't look like it's going to happen. That's a shame. But it could still be a little bit easier than what was, should we say, feared. Wow, they wasted no time in building that, did they? Simply go and remove it because it's not quite how it's all going to go. So hang on, let's make sure this works. Then off that we'll have our lovely bridge. Then off. Oh, so it needs to be one in from that again. That's... we're not going to be able to build that from there because we won't have access. So no, that's not going to work. So we need to... Let's go and remove some of my obstacles a second. Please don't tell me we're going to hit a tree. We're not going to hit a tree! Huzzah! We do need to... Ooh, that's a long way down. And then we need a tiny, tiny little bridge to finish off the path. Yes. And so we need... finish off that path. And... go, we finish off that path as well. Move the path that's not needed. Because it's not needed. That should all be connected straight through there. Can't see any gaps. Let's just double check because I'm really bad at leaving gaps. It all looks good. And that should get the 2 uprights built. The rest of it in structure. That will allow them to build everything else. And once they get to the end of this, then they can build all that from there. Okay. Ah, yes, would you look at that? That is, in fact, placed. That's why I couldn't place it. I had a feeling that could be the case, but it just wasn't showing up, and it was... Well, I don't know. It just wasn't quite sitting right with me. And so what we're going to do is we are, in fact, going to go and mark... these 3 as a lower priority, because what that should hopefully do then, they should build absolutely everything, keep going, and then fill in this wall at the end. That's then when the bad water is going to go off in the wrong direction. And so I also think I may have slightly misaligned everything, for instance, when it comes to the power shaft. But we'll figure that out. We will figure that out at a later point, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be our second aqueduct, second for power, which will then flow down in this direction. And, well, it's going to be beautiful, folks. We want to... In fact, no, I'm not going to reveal what we're quite going to do. There's going to be something, and I'm sure many of you can work it out. We're going to let this build. We're going to let that go further along, and then... I will add in the final touches of what needs to happen afterwards. Okay, these have all filled up. That did not take long at all. And we still haven't managed to chop down the trees I was hoping to chop down. So, yeah, that happened. Go and mark all these for deletion. I know, people, I said I was leaving. I said I was going, but I have problems. Go and remove that one so we can... Oh, we have got an impermeable floor at all. Fair enough. That should have it completely sealed off. The irrigation barriers should all still hold as well. That is set to close above a contamination level of 1%, and we're going to turn that on now. And that should, in essence, because this is being swarmed, that's going to be finished in moments few. That should, in essence... There's always one beaver, folks. There's always one sodding beaver. Get out of there. Come on. You're not stranded anymore. Stop screwing with me. Oh, he is... Where is he? He found himself in there. I don't really know what to do about that, to be honest. I truly don't know what to do about that. How? How did he end up down there? I don't understand it, folks. Well, sorry, mate. I think you're going to be sacrificed to the beaver gods. I can't even. I mean, why aren't these things disappearing on me? Okay, the game's going a little bit sideways, folks. Yeah, I don't know how I get him out. He's being sacrificed to the beaver gods. We're going to pretend he's not in there. And so on that note, ladies and gentlemen, whilst the game is paused, before I continue building anything else, we are going to leave it there. And so until next time, thank you all very much for joining me. I hope you have enjoyed it. I hope you will continue to come back and watch the rest of, well, to see what happens. I mean, we have another colossal aqueduct coming up over here. We have this. I'm just going to turn on to auto now. Finished over here. So we have good water. Look at all of this good water, folks. Isn't it beautiful? We have good water absolutely everywhere. And so like I said on that, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all very much for joining me I hope you have enjoyed it, and until we see you again, as per always, I hope that you'll stay safe, happy,